Bob Ross is one of the best leaders I've ever known.
The word I would use to sum up Bob Ross would be wise.
Assassin.
I think I'm going to say committed.
Assassin because he is trying to terminate the inequities in our state.
I have known Dr. Ross since he was brand new at TCE, at the California Endowment.
We have done a lot of work together.
He gave me the green light to be able to lead as a woman in this space.
He's on my team, and I have a feeling he's on a lot of people's teams.
Dr. Ross is a loving husband.
He's a bit of a Renaissance man.
A loving father.
He's very funny.
His sense of humor is how he leads.
You never know what you're going to get from Bob, but it is always very, very thoughtful.
Dr. Ross's achievements, they go far beyond what I could even ever imagine.
Bob has evolved the definition of health philanthropy in a way that all of us have learned from and can participate in.
Those are the quality people in the world, those who imagine something larger.
And if you look at the philanthropy of the California Endowment over the last number of years under his leadership, it has certainly been bold, it's certainly been cutting edge, and something we've all learned from.
He's aware that we need to create a pipeline, whether it's in community organizing or in leadership development. Coro is about leadership development. It's about that pipeline.
Would that he could be, the governor or the mayor or in a position like that, because this is what you want in leadership.
He sets the tone how he shows up in the community. He sets the tone of his connection to the community.
He's a great listener. When I get into a conversation with Bob, it's like no one else is in the room.
Because it's never about him, it's always about the other person.
There's a spiritual life attached to Bob.
It doesn't get better in a human being than to be the light that people can see by.
Bob, there is nobody who deserves the 2020 Coro Crystal Eagle Award as much as you.
I'm honored to call you my friend, and congratulations on winning this prestigious award.
I think especially if you work with young people, that has been so inspiring. So this is a great honor, something you truly deserve.
I love you. The community loves you. So deserving, so worthy. Continue to lead, continue to serve, continue to share.
Hi, Coro family. I am banished to my car in Tucson because today is the first day of our youngest daughter's move into college at the University of Arizona, where it's a balmy 118 degrees, and they're not letting parents in the dorm. So I'm banished to talk to you all from my vehicle, but I'm not driving, so I'm safe. But really flattered, honored, humbled. Joe Lamarda, Janet Lampkin, two colleagues and friends, most deserving of this award. So I just wanted to say thank you. I'm pretty flattered and honored by it. And let me just say, Kelly, how inspiring the Coro Youth Fellows are. Like, wow. And I don't know that I had anything inspiring to share with them. I will say, and I'm sure Joe and Janet feel similarly, our generation owes your generation, youth fellows, kind of an apology. We left you with structural inequality, structural racism, homelessness. I'm sure there's some good things we've done, but boy, we left we kind of left a structural mess, and you've got to hold us accountable for helping you fix it. We all need to elevate our game during this period of time. And I think we all need to aim for that beloved community that we know Los Angeles and California can be. And now is the time to really move California in a direction where we eliminate homelessness, where we have adequate school funding, excellent school funding for all, health for all, decarcerate our prisons and give people substance abuse and mental health treatment. And so now's the time for structural change, and we all have to step up our game as leaders. And I just want to say I'm thrilled to be given this award, honored to share it with the California Endowment, and really looking forward to seeing these youth fellows rise and elevate their game and show us how it gets done. Thank you.
If you looked up service in the dictionary, there would just be a picture of Joe Lamarda's face.
He's probably one of the best listeners.
He has a very calm sort of exterior.
Which means that when he speaks, people really pay attention.
His dad was the caretaker for a set of nuns that live in Orange County.
At a point in his life, he thought he was going to become a priest.
And these nuns that just instilled in him this sense of purpose and right and wrong in the world.
For me, the most interesting fact is that he was a Top Gun fighter pilot.
The military part is, this man wants to start on time, end on time. You better have your act together.
He's had the kind of experience that few people of color have had, whether it's being in the military, whether it's being an executive with a major foundation like the California Community Foundation, or being an executive with Capital Group.
I have never met someone who has gone through the Coro program who I've not been impressed with, and Joe is no exception.
Coro's mission is Joe's life.
Of service, of leadership, of integrity, of problem solving.
To me right now, leadership is really embodying, connecting, pulling together people in as many different forms and ways as can be done, and then generating space to have tough conversations in a very respectful manner. And he's a master at both of them.
Joe is a paradigm for the kind of leader that I think we want.
I just think you can tell a lot about a man, how he treats his woman, how he treats his children.
Joe is an incredible dad.
A good family man.
All parts of his life are in alignment.
I'm actually really excited to see what his next act is going to be.
Joe, we are so proud of you. I bring you congratulations from all of your friends at the California Wellness Foundation, the board, the staff, on receiving Coro's 2020 Crystal Eagle Award.
In every aspect that I have seen you navigate through this world, you've really embodied what Coro is about and how it works.
It's always great to know that there are others who recognize the contributions you're making to our community, and that there are others who think as highly of you as I do. So again, congratulations. Enjoy this night.
Good evening, Coro family. I'd like to acknowledge what Rusty started with and just say where we all rather be tonight, which is in a huge room with that feeding frenzy of a networking event that we have. But here we are. You can make your own drink the way you like it. You can eat food from your own fridge tonight. In some ways, it's strange, but being together like this feels, in a strange way, very, very authentic for the Coro family. First, I'd like to thank you, Coro, for this honor and to be honored, and particularly with such wonderful fellow Crystal Eagle Award winners, Janet Lampkin and my good friend, Dr. Ross, who are known for their integrity, their leadership, and just to think about what was said in the youth video, they're not titles, they're action, and that is what Coro is all about. I'd also like to thank, in a Coro way, all of those people in my life, friends, mentors, teachers, and all those organizations that have supported me and allowed me the honor of doing my part as a leader or whatever I can do, like Capital Group Now, or the California Wellness Foundation. I'm being distracted by my cat who's right here, but we've all experienced that on Zoom right now. But he's making me feel calm, so that's good. Southern California Grantmakers too, and Natural History Museum, all of those organizations that really have helped me during this, and just from the very beginning. Robin, if you're out there, you were the executive director. Robin Kramer was the executive director 27 years ago when I went through the fellows program. Joe Calderazzo, my best friend from high school in Mater Dei, who was going through the fellowship program and introduced me to Coro. And that's what we should all be doing, introducing as many of these young, wonderful leaders. You can be here, but you can't push the screen. Introduce people to be fellows for Coro. And also Sharon Butler, my trainer. You all beat me up pretty well back then. I deserved it. But the messages and the lessons that I learned still resonate with me today. Finally, in true Coro fashion, I'd like to posit a question. What's the reason we're here tonight? To honor Janet, Bob, me, to raise money for our beloved Coro to be on yet another Zoom call today? Sure, absolutely. But let me say that we are here to honor a process that took me, and a son of uneducated immigrants from the Philippines, who are caretaker, gardener, housekeepers. Me, who after 5 sheltered years studying for the Catholic priesthood, who had a fire in his belly, who needed to do something. I knew I needed to do something. Priesthood wasn't the way. So who was going to set my course? And when I needed that, God provided. God provided Coro. So that is what was provided to me, and it has been a wonderful journey. Challenging, exciting, but always gratifying. We live in a time that needs leadership more than ever. Therefore, we live in a time that needs Coro more than ever. And I would posit, as we looked at that youth video, we live in a time where those individuals who are watching now, to be there for them, to be the friends, the teachers, the mentors, to give them our time, to when they go through a challenge, we're there for that conversation, that lunch, that drink, when we can go out together. But now Zoom does just as well. So just thinking about that, and I always wondered who would drop this darn thing when it was handed to them, because it looks so fragile. It's pretty solid. Who would drop this beautiful Crystal Eagle Award? Well, I accept this, wholeheartedly, and thank you. There are many of you who deserve this. Your feathers are on this eagle, and I thank you for being part of my life, and thank Coro for being part of my life.
The one quality that springs to mind when I think about Janet is integrity. She's got a core set of principles that show up when, in the way that she treats people.
There is a spirit that's there that is undeniable, and that sense of fun and joy definitely makes the task of solving community problems just a pure pleasure.
She's always had this amazing ability to be thinking 2 or 3 steps forward, what's necessary to accomplish whatever the task is.
She has a way to be a very active listener and get the most out of every conversation, and then use her understanding to bring people together.
Janet's whole life is like a mosaic of achievements, personal and professional.
Just look at her bio. So many firsts. And yet that's not how she would describe herself. If she was telling you her achievements, they would all start with the word we.
She's got a terrific sense of humor that keeps things light, keeps things positive, keeps people talking to one another.
She is bold. She is creative.
It's the good fortune of the people who have employed her to have had her as a part of their team, and in most cases as a leader of their team.
And being decisive, strategic, genuine, strong, and bold, that's exactly what we need during these times right now in the state of California.
She's willing to go toe-to-toe if that's what it takes, but she's really good at building consensus.
What other people would find to be differences, in those things she can find commonality.
She just wants to be there making an impact.
You know, she's not held hostage to any particular ideology.
She's the first one to offer other names, other people that could be and should be at the table.
She knows how to tap people's enthusiasm, how to stir their passion.
Janet Lampkin is a deep believer in the importance of developing talent. She believes that today's accomplishments are only measured, frankly, by the accomplishments of tomorrow.
And that's what makes her such a unique leader.
She's the most authentic and likable and decent person that you could spend any time with.
Congratulations, Janet.
Congratulations on this award. Honestly, I can't think of anybody who could possibly be more deserving.
With who you are as a person and all that you've achieved, both personally and professionally.
It's a pleasure seeing you continue to shine. I'm also very proud of considering you a friend and to be part of your circle.
I speak for many of your colleagues and friends when I say we love you, we admire you, we're grateful for your work, we're grateful for who you are as a person, and you are the perfect recipient of the Coro Crystal Eagle Award.
And we need more Janets. I think that should be a tagline, and I think it should be on every bumper sticker. Go become a Janet.
Well, good evening, everyone. Oh my goodness, what a very humbling video that is to each of those that participated. Carrie, Raul, Karen, Kathy, and Kevin. My gratitude. I hold you all as dear friends and colleagues, and I've learned so much from each of you. So thank you so much for this evening and for the opportunity for all of us to get together to celebrate Coro, what it does in our community, what it does for individuals, and what it does for coalitions, because we need more of those. These are obviously unbelievable times, and whoever thought we would be doing a gala by Zoom, but here we are. And yet I think it's a really great time to reflect on what it is that Coro talks about, stands for, and teaches, because those skills are more valid now and more necessary now than ever before. You know, I've had the really great fortune of working for 2 iconic companies, First Bank of America and now United. And right now, United, particularly obviously in our industry, this is a crushing time. It's tough. It's the biggest challenge our industry, transportation, has ever experienced. And so the skills that Coro focuses on of innovation, agility, resilience could not be more relevant. So we've used those and tried to use them for the betterment of the community, which is also at the core of what Coro stands for. We have been at the beginning, since we didn't have a lot of planes in the air with customers, we started repatriating customers back to the US and reuniting families. We started bringing PPE into the US through our cargo flights, and we started volunteering virtually. And those were all to the betterment of the community, finding ways that we could, in this crisis, really find ways to help our community. And that is so aligned with everything about Coro. And that is so aligned with everything that all of the Coro cohorts are focusing on. So it is a challenging time, and it is a time like this more than ever that it's great to be together, that we should all value the skills that we all have as a result of Coro training, and just a lovely night to be together. And I just want to congratulate my fellow nominees. I have the greatest respect for them, the great work they do in the state and in the community. It's really an honor to be with you all tonight, and thank you on behalf of my whole team. This is an award for my teams that I've been able to work with. So thank you all very much.